You can't tell me Loki character design is not badass, bro. This is not what typical giants wear, and he looks beastly. Like, he got the shoes and the pants of Katakuri, you know, one of my favorite characters. But at the same time, it's like, this is something we have never seen before. Like, the aspect of Loki, him looking like this, I don't think nobody would have thought Loki would actually look like this. And in my opinion, I feel like Oda nailed it on the head. It seems like this character design, in my opinion, is a 10 out of 10. What do you feel about Loki's character design? He has the horns attached to his hat like any other Loki in the Marvel universe. He has the pants like Katakuri. He has the shoes similar to Katakuri. He has the like little fur on his back. It could be his hair like Doflamingo. He has a tongue like Doflamingo. Like, everybody loves Doflamingo, bro. It's like the character design is on point. Thank you so much, Oda, for that. And a little side note, if Oda is going to go with the theme and his tendency of when Luffy meets the main antagonist, I feel like Loki is gonna mollywop Luffy if Luffy frees Loki. Now, we all know Luffy can sense the feelings of others, and right now Luffy thinks that Loki's okay, a nice guy, something like that. The way that Luffy introduced himself to Loki seems like there's no harm done. Now, I don't know if that's Loki actually hiding his feelings or his true intent, but Luffy come to him like, hey, my name's Luffy, I'm the Pirate King, right? Who are you? And Loki introduced himself as the sun god. But getting back to my point of what Oda actually tendencies are with Luffy facing off with the main antagonist, other than Katakuri, you know, it seems like, you know, Katakuri and Big Mom was to share the main antagonist in that little mini arc, but it seems like majority of the time Luffy face off with these characters first, and he always get let down on the first battle. We all know Loki, his main theme is a trickster. I don't know if he would trick actually Luffy and believing him and letting him out, like maybe that way his devil fruit powers, deception, illusion, I don't know what it is, but it seems to me like Loki is having no ill will against Luffy, because Luffy would have picked up on that. And I see that Loki is wielding a weapon behind his back. Now, I don't know how long actually Loki been chained up to this tree, but it seems like it's been a very long time. Now, some people may speculate that Loki is the strongest person on Elbaf right now, because the simple fact is that one of the giants actually said that it took a lot of people, a lot of manpower to handcuff him to the tree. If we do see some features right now from Loki, if Luffy set him free, I'm pretty sure Loki is gonna beat the mess out of Luffy. This is a trend that Oda usually does during these big, huge arcs. And if that's the case, we're gonna see tremendous hockey from the both of these people. If Loki get the better hand of Luffy, we can say that Loki's hockey is on par with Kaido. The feats that we seen from Kaido on the hockey department on Wano was by far the best we ever seen before, other than we seen flashbacks of Roger, of course, and Joy Boy. Yeah, Joy Boy too, like, peak. Let's just hope Oda follow his tendencies, right, with Luffy fighting off with the main antagonist from the beginning of the chapter, because I would love to see Loki in action right now. I do want to pause on that subject of Luffy versus Loki to give you a better aspect of how Elbaf actually looks, and it's so beautiful. Look how the waterfall is falling, look how the bushes are wrestling. Like, this looks so beautiful, and we all knew as One Piece fans that Oda would have referenced his own Elbaf at the northern mythology. Like, we already figured out that Loki probably will be based off the northern mythology, and Loki maybe be based off of Marvel Loki, right, in the cinematic universe. And I feel like a great deal of this would be based off the Marvel cinematic universe of Loki and Asgard and Thor, like, because of simple fact that's something very popular amongst the Americans. Other than being shot by Loki character design, I've seen this huge sword on Elbaf. Who can wield this sword? Whose sword is this, and who could possibly make this sword? This sword is in the mid-section of Elbaf, right, and it goes all the way down to the end of where Elbaf meets the water. Like, this sword is huge. What giant or person or thing wield this sword? That got my mind in shambles, because simple fact, like, this sword is huge. It had to be somebody, right, the same size as Zonisha almost to wield this sword, right? Like, other side than giants don't come this big as we've seen before. They're not this big that can wield a sword like that and stand total. If somebody wielding this sword, I'm telling you right now, they're almost the size or bigger than Elbaf itself. But we get a small background of Loki and what he actually did. He is the Accursed Prince from Elbaf. And we've seen that he unalived his father to retrieve the devil fruit that's been passed down from king to king. And it seems like Oda also took reference to King Hero, who ruled back in the day on the north side of things, right? But it seems like Oda's gonna keep this trend up, and they're so excited to have Oda take reference from other countries. Definitely love that. That's top tier Oda, and we love that. So, and we previously seen that Haruden is Loki's brother, and that's crazy to find out. Haruden is the prince of Elbaf. So Luffy already has the prince of Elbaf on his side. The prince of Elbaf follows behind Luffy. So to give you better details about that, Luffy has his own fleet. Haruden is part of that fleet. A prince is part of the fleet of Luffy. But apart from that, this legendary devil fruit was passed down from king to king. This devil fruit may take reference from Loki powers, the cinematic Loki's powers. So maybe it could be some mischievous stuff, or it could be illusions that make things real. So the only thing that can counter this devil fruit may be an immense version of observation haki. I'm thinking some advanced observation haki that Luffy had to learn on Elbaf to counteract this devil fruit that Loki actually have. I think this devil fruit have a bigger importance to the people of Elbaf, sincerely, because of some fact it's been passed down for a reason. Now, I don't know if anybody can use clairvoyance ancient times of Elbaf, but the reason why the devil fruit is so important is because it's there to prevent something or to protect something, and I'm definitely going to protect Elbaf when something happens or threatens Elbaf. And also, a little side note, when Haruden was in the Colosseum trying to fight for the Marimari no Mi, he said that if he ate the Marimari no Mi, he could be king of Elbaf. So does that mean the Marimari no Mi is on same level as this legendary devil fruit on Elbaf? Or could it mean that this legendary devil fruit passed down from king to king is a low-gear fruit just like the Marimari no Mi? There's so many questions surrounding this devil fruit, and there's so many things that Oda trying to foreshadow in this chapter. It's like amazing. We have to understand that this devil fruit is so important right now that we have to know exactly what it is. Now, it's some comparisons that we have with Haruden saying that if he had the Marimari no Mi, he'd probably be the king of Elbaf, right? So the Marimari no Mi, the Loki fruit, is very one of the strongest devil fruits in the One Piece world. And Loki unalived his father just to get his devil fruit. One of the giants even said if Loki be unleashed, the world will be brought to ruins. Is that of Loki power, or that is just because of the devil fruit? There are so many things shrouded in mystery when it comes to Loki and this devil fruit. It is said that the Elbaf warriors are the strongest warriors, and Elbaf is the strongest land in One Piece. So I don't think they're overestimating this devil fruit. Like, this devil fruit has to be the top 10 devil fruits in the world. And what is the reason why Loki wants to bring the world to an end? What does this mean, and what he would gain from that? Like, what do he actually want? What is his motive of bringing the world into a ruin? Well, we have a few panels talking about Dory and Brogy, and basically saying that their bounty has been risen from 100 million to 1.8 billion each. To be honest, this is the biggest increase of a bounty that we have seen thus far. Like, these two are definitely strong, and we see that now. Like, they're maybe the strongest, one of the top 10 strongest giants on Elbaf, or giants in general. And the One Piece community are throwing so much shade when they faced off with number 3. But I want to counter that by saying Dory and Brogy fought for years, decades. Think they won't be tired? Right? They're already tired as heck. I'm pretty sure that if they was top notch, like right now that we seen on Egghead, when they was eating those provisions, Mr. 3 wouldn't have stood a chance between those two giants. But we have to talk about the X mark on Luffy Gear 5th mode. Now, Robin sees this X mark in the newsletter, and we seen this somewhere when the Straw Hats put an X on their wrist when they had to depart from Alabasta, right? And you know, in case you forgot, Alabasta, when they left Vivi, they put X on the mark to actually symbolize how strong their bond will always be from now on out. Even when the Straw Hats left Vivi, the bond will be strong because X marks the spot of their friendship, right? So we see this one before, that's one with Vivi. Now, Vivi also had this S mark, so I'm thinking, like, why is it here right now? Oda's foreshadowing something. I don't know if Luffy's gonna make the connection with Vivi like he made a connection with Bonnie with his X on the mark. I don't know, but Oda is cooking up something right now, and we have to pay attention to it. This X marks the spot is something foreshadowing, I think, with the middle initial D, with the D Clan. So I think that Luffy, the Sun guy, is making all these connections throughout his journey, and one of the connections he's made with Vivi, who is a member of the D Clan. Now, I don't know how significant this D Clan X marks the spot was with Vivi and Luffy, but it's definitely something important because Oda would never put it in this story. But if we want to speculate about other things this X marks the spot could be a tracker. Now, he did come in contact with a few of the government agents. Like I said before, everything's up to speculation. We don't know actually what's going on until we know what's going on. But if we talk about the latter, about the people are tracking Luffy, I'm pretty sure they're not going to come on Elbaf anytime soon. I think the people, the government, the Marines are scared to go to Elbaf, the ancient warrior race. Yeah, Akainu don't want no problems with the people of Elbaf. But it's very intriguing though. Oda left us with so many unanswered questions and so many mysteries surrounding this chapter, which is so amazing. He's cooking up a lot, and I think Oda needed this break to make sure that he have everything aligned up, his foreshadowing coming to fruition, everything need to be on point. And I feel like this break, and after this break is over with, right, he's gonna hit us with a banger. Right, you know how Oda is coming out with all those and breaks. He's gonna hit us with an amazing banger. All right, so don't be surprised if you see Loki battle it out with Luffy in this Sun God Gear 5th mode. Might not stand a chance against Loki. I'm just saying it out there. You know, everything under speculation, like I already said before. So don't be surprised if you see that after the break. And us as One Piece fans already called it out that Morgan was actually going to blame Luffy and his crew about the assassination of Dr. Vegapunk. I want to know, was Oda intending for Luffy bounty to also be raised now that he have giants, you know, 2 giants on his crew now? Not just any giants that's worth 1.8 billion each. So if they bounty been raised, I'm pretty sure Luffy bounty should be raised and other Straw Hats bounty should be raised. Now in this chapter, Dory basically said that it's crazy how Luffy is on the same category as Shanks. Now it could be because they're both Emperors of the Sea, or it could be they bounty be similar almost. We know that Shanks has a 4 billion berry bounty. Does Luffy have a 4 billion berry bounty right now? Who knows? Hopefully we'll see that after the break. But that is a chapter. Chapter was a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. The design of Loki, all the mysteries surrounding Loki, the X marks the spot on Luffy's wrist. Like there's so many things. How beautiful Elbaf actually looked. This huge sword on Elbaf. Who wielded? Like who made it? Like why is it there? Elbaf looks amazing. This chapter is amazing. We are on break for the next 2 weeks. But you know how Oda goes. Once the break is over with, he gonna leave us off with a cliffhanger, but come back with a nice, really nice chapter. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to get more of me and more One Piece content. See you soon. Love you. Play yourself. Peace.